Morning, everybody. Welcome to Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, brought to you by MTN. Okay, today is Friday. This is the first Friday we are going to have in this new dispensation. So I'll spend about 5-10 minutes telling you how it's going to play, right? Now, every Friday we will have what we call something like a town hall meeting. Town hall meeting means that we get more participation from you, the listeners. So Friday belongs to you almost exclusively. But we will tie it in. It's a bit not complex, but we'll tie it in with the current news that we have, because I'll be doing a bit of a review, an extra review for you. Is like a bonus, okay? So every Friday we'll try as much as possible to have what I will call our own town hall meeting, okay? That is one. Secondly, I'd like to devote about 15 minutes of our time to bring to us young people who are doing things. Young people, I think the age limit will be about 25, 26, thereabout. If you're a young man out there, you're a young woman out there, you're running some kind of business, you want to put a call through to me, or better still, send me a mail so we can take. Because look, whilst we keep talking about politics, Obaseki did this and Ochiomole did that, Jide Sanwo-Olu is not doing this and not doing that. Whilst we're doing that, I think that we also need to concentrate on development, especially with the young people. And I'm not going to do it in a lip service kind of way, talk about development and get one or two big shots to come and talk and boast about how United Nations is. No, we are going to go. Everybody knows I'm a practical person. What I'm going to try because it might not work every time, is to bring in some young person doing, like there's a gentleman who just sent me a shirt. Okay, beautiful shirt, fantastic shirt, and I think I'll wear it tomorrow. I think I'll wear that shirt tomorrow. The gentleman is just about 24, 25. He's a graduate and so on and so forth. Rather than sending applications all through the whole country looking for a job, he set up a small industry. You remember some time ago I brought a guy who makes watches. So those are the kind of things I want to do. I met some guys who said to me, Mr. Disu, all we do is to sell breakfast to people. You order breakfast and they bring it to you. So I'm good, but there's an age limit. It doesn't concern. I'm not asking 35-year-old shoemakers to come and start. No. I'd like to look at young, because you see the way forward. Young people out there is no employment ready for anybody unless you are absolutely lucky, to be honest with you. And not just that, a lot of people, either because of COVID or other reasons, a lot of people are going to be losing their jobs. Okay? And it is worldwide. It's not peculiar to Nigeria. I mean, look at yesterday, we saw pilots and so on and so forth. So I'd like to use this as a means of encouraging young people. So rather than sit back and mourn, rather than sit back and abuse everybody on Twitter, rather than point fingers at Jimi Disu and say, oh, your generation spoiled for this for us and that for us, why don't you start something? Okay? And once in a while, I might bring in somebody who, you remember there used to be some SME specialist that I met. Occasionally I bring him in, and he will explain to us how we can start our businesses and so on and so forth. So you need to keep to this dialogue, 99.3. You need to keep to it, because we will educate ourselves. We won't spend too much Jagbajanti's time talking about. Politicians will solve their problems at their appropriate time. We can't wait for them. And let us do it this way. Let us move ahead and let them try to play catch up. Okay? Because 20 years down the line, they are still getting high salaries, doing nothing. And small time now, after they've raided the cookie jar, they bring that, what do they call it? Is it palliative? What do you call it? Empowerment. All this empowerment with the sewing machine and whatever. It looks as if these guys don't really care about you, because like I said to a group I have groups that I talk to, said, when next time these guys come with Okada and so on and so forth, tell them, why don't you set up Wi-Fi in the area? Why don't you set up libraries? So that those, and that was how most of them got to where we got to today. But I'm not going to go along that route today. I don't want to work myself up. Tomorrow is Saturday. I must enjoy myself Friday night. So if you're a young man out there, send me a mail. Send me a mail. Don't call me. Send me a mail. Or at least you can do WhatsApp, because if I say call now, no sleep for me. No sleep. Okay. And ironically, I feel an obligation to pick all calls. So it's becoming a bit of a task. Just send me a mail. Go to jimidisu.com. You'll see how you can access me there through mail and so on. And by the way, I also like to encourage you to read what I do on that blog simply is to put all my work there, interviews and so on, and then put some intellectual. It's not a news blog. There's no breaking news, but you will see things that will stimulate you. You need to go there. So go there and contact me, and we will try to encourage ourselves, to make some progress in life. The other thing is, I'd like to thank the Honorable Commissioner for Information, Mr. Omotosho, for kindly, I'm not being sarcastic now, for kindly sending me videos of developments that are going on in the traffic sector. He did some yesterday, he's done some again today. What that just tells me is that the government is listening. They're listening to our criticisms, and hopefully they are reacting. Okay, so Mr. Omotosho, thank you very much. I'd like to thank you very much, sir, for keep the updates coming. What I will do for you, sir, is put them on my Instagram or put them on my blog. People can go there and see what the traffic situation is. But what it also means is that we will need to set up very quickly an interactive forum so that people can confirm. And please, sir, if you are going to send in videos and whatever, I'd like if you put up today's daily papers, just so that we can know that it's today. It will not be as if it was a video of 2 years ago. No, I just want, I believe you, Honorable Commissioner, but also I'd like our listeners and do I need to take a break now? No, I'm cool. I should take a break. Okay, we're going to take a break because I'm so concerned. You are concerned about listening to me. I'm more concerned about those breaks because that is the oxygen that feeds me. So we'll take a short break and then we'll be right back.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria FM.
back to Daily Digest with Disu, brought to you by MTN. Now, today is your day, so the Twitter handle is at Nigeria Info FM, at not Nigerian, at Nigeria Info FM. And please tag my personal whatever so I can read it on my device. That's at Jimi Disu. At Jimi Disu. My Jimmy is not Jimmy. I'm not being able to. It's Jimmy, for like Jimmy, but it's at Jimmy. JIMIDISU. Tag it along so I can read it on my device. Then also you can see us on Facebook and you can see us on YouTube. Just go to Nigeria Info 99.3. Nigeria Info 99.3. And the number to call is 0700 993 993 993. Now, the new listeners will be wondering how you find it early morning. No. That's the way it is. Let me read it again. And I have my glasses on. And I also have a witness by my side to know that I'm reading. First of all, it's not saying I'm not correct, but it's also says that I'm reading. So 0700 993 993 993. And WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. 0809 597 5805. So that's what we have for WhatsApp. Now, I will use this opportunity, to take one or two stories that we did this morning, just for the sake of those of you who are still sleeping and said, well, I can't listen at 7:30, I'm still tired. I will listen at 9. So I just take one or two stories that we'll play around with. And also because we couldn't take your calls. Because we couldn't take your calls this morning, it was just a 30-minute program, and we have analysis and and so on and so forth. Anyway, so we will now take your calls on some of the stories this morning. For example, this the story where Edwin Clark says that naming railway stations after the president is an insult. I had said this morning, is it the stop? I think there's a difference between the stop and the station when it comes to names. Usually the stop and the station should have the same name. But this is Nigeria now. Anything goes, anything happens. And even though I would say that, sir, with due respect, it's not an insult, I think it's just inappropriate. And I agree with Edwin Clark. We need to apply a bit more deep thinking in the things that we do. A whole list of people you name, you put president, you put this, you put that, such that it has almost become insignificant. If we wanted to honor President Jonathan, which we should, because we must recognize that he initiated the project and he had done, according to the minister, about 80% of it, then you could have named the Nigeria Railway House after him. That would have been appropriate. If the stop is the same as the station, then I would advise government to go back to the original names, because to the best of my knowledge, and I'm a train freak, trains that I've taken all over the world, I haven't heard about stations being named after persons or stops, because the name should reflect the neighborhood. Alagomeji, local bus stop, Yaba bus, it should reflect the name of the area, so that if you're new in town, it's like when you're in England, for example, you want to go to East Croydon, you want to go to Norwood Junction, you want to go to this and that, Selhurst and so on. These are the names of the areas. So we do need a bit of explanation from the Ministry of Transport, as it were. If, for example, I think there was one named after Chief Oshoba. What do you then do? You go and buy tickets going to Chief Oshoba. How does that work out? I'd love to know. I think it was an exercise that was completely unnecessary. We celebrate the most minute things on earth because of the mediocrity that, what's the big deal about having, there were trains in the 60s and 70s. I used to take train rides. There was a time when I'm on leave, instead of taking my car, I hop on a train and go to Abeokuta. But we celebrate the most mediocre of things, and that's because our politicians will never let you rest once they've gotten one thing right. They keep harping on it to divert your attention from the things that are probably not working. But, well, so be it. I really don't think that you should be naming a station after President Jonathan. I don't know. He might not want to reject it so that it won't be like bad belly, but I think it's a bit. I don't want to use the word insulting because insult implies intention. When you say somebody has insulted somebody, then it means he set out to do so. I think it was just lack of deep thinking, really, if you ask me. A former president, in appreciation of what he did in the railways, you could name an airport after him. It doesn't have to be railway, but like I said, the headquarters of the railway could have been called Goodluck Jonathan House. I don't know what the rail has to do with Chief Obafemi Awolowo. The man I don't know what it has to do with Chief Ochoba. Nothing about this gentleman, but all this trying to do balancing and so on and so forth. It's just a reflection of the fact that, in all honesty, we are so flippant and whatever in the things that we do. So the lines are open. When you are going to talk, please, I beg you, in the name of God, let's all say, let's mind our language. Okay? One of these days, I'll take time out and not a lecture, but just some hints on how to be sarcastic sometimes without being caustic. And how sometimes even silence can be golden. When you ask a question and you just look the guy straight, I've done it, I've been interviewed before. The guy asked me a question and I just looked him straight in the eye. He said, Mr. Disu, are you sleeping? I said, you see, I have my eyes closed. He asked the question again, I was just looking at him. That silence alone, he says, this is part of what I was talking about yesterday, about how, how to resist some of the atrocities that government commits, how to show our displeasure. It's not wrong to say. I don't think, answer the question, just look him straight. All right. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
You wanted to spoil our phone? Huh?
Good morning, sir.
Who's calling?
Uncle Jimmy, this is Chris.
Chris, how are you?
Fine, sir.
What's your surname? There are many Chris's. Which one is yours?
Christopher Walker, sir.
Christopher Walker. Mr. Walker, good
Yes,
morning.
sir.
How are you, sir?
Fine, sir. Thank you very much. For me,
Yes.
I'm happy with the president. Those his supporters were rubbishing President Jonathan. Today,
Yes.
the president recognized President Jonathan, right?
Yes.
Like you said, they could have named the airport after him. But for this one, for them to recognize the president, those his supporters, I will hear what they will say today. Thank you very much, Uncle Jimmy.
All right. Look, let's not start a big argument. Look, let me be honest with you. There are so many problems in front of us we have to think of than naming. Okay, so yes, morning.
Yeah, my name is Alexander.
Good morning.
I'm calling from Ikeja.
Morning, Mr. Alexander. Can we please have your surname? I know so many Alexander. There's Alexander the Great. There's Alexander. Okay, which one is your own? Ojeswa.
Ojeswa.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay. Coming back to this Jonathan's naming whatever.
Yes.
If you ask my opinion, you see these politicians, they are just playing with Nigerians. They want to make things. They want to make us feel, we are doing the right thing.
Yes.
It's an insult to President Jonathan. Let me say that. To me, it's an insult.
Hey, I don't think. Why do you think it's an insult? I don't think it's an insult.
See, if you want to say, let us, make this man relevant for what he has done in the rail.
Yes.
Right? Why naming him after a bus stop or a train trip? Do you understand?
Yeah. But why you are saying it's an insult? Wrong. The man has thanked them for naming the whatever after him.
Because
he's happy.
He's a very gentleman. That's what he will do. You understand? He will thank them. See, we all know what is happening in this country today. Let us not pretend about it.
Yes.
The effect of people who have in governance today, they are pretending to Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Okay.
From the head to the tail. Look at nothing everywhere you go in Nigeria today is one problem or the other.
Yeah.
Everybody feel unsafe. Even the rail line, everybody feel unsafe. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So these are the things they should focus on. Forget about
okay. But if they name something after you, Alex, you're not going to mind though. If they name the bus stop after you. Okay, do I have another caller? Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Good morning, sir. Who's calling?
My name is Akinshola Farajibi, calling from Akoka.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir. God bless you for all the good jobs you have been doing rather.
And God forgive me for the bad ones that I've also done.
I want to appreciate Nigeria Info.
Thank you.
Nigeria Info has been bearing their name, and God will continue to expand them.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Uncle Jimmy, I want to make my own opinion like this. I want to know, why is it that whatever good or a little good that President Buhari does, people find a way of castigating or rubbishing it. And they try to expatiate and elaborate the bad aspect of it. A Yoruba will say that ìyàwó tá a bá fẹ́ nílé kò sí bó ṣe lè mọ̀ á wù bí kólọkólọ náà la máa fà fún.
You will have to translate that one, sir.
That a wife that is not acceptable in a house, no matter how well behaved she may be, the people will still be saying that unless she goes. What I am trying to put out is that President Muhammadu Buhari has seen something in the life of President Goodluck Jonathan, the former president, and he wants to appreciate it. Appreciation can come in any form. It can come in any way. What I want us to look at it is the brain, the reason behind that appreciation, not the subject of appreciation. If you do something for me, Uncle Jimmy, I can say thank you, sir. I can pause and say thank you, sir. I can appreciate you by sending an ordinary biro pen. It is not the value. It is not the value of the pen that you will now use to measure the good things you have done for me or what I am thanking you for.
Okay, sir.
But the reason,
thank you.
The reason for thanking you is what we think about.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. Please, when you call in, please understand that you have just a minute. Okay, so you have to compress all your thoughts. Thank you very much, sir, for your contribution. I'd just like to react this way. Number one, President Buhari's name hasn't occurred in this discussion since we started. And then number two, this is not President Buhari's personal, it's not his personal whatever. This is a country. It's just that, okay, now he's the president. And there are certain protocols that need to be followed. You can do whatever you like in your personal capacity. But when it comes to government, there are protocols that must be folled. And whilst I agree with you, in your personal life, you can do as you wish. Yes, you can give what you have. But when it comes to government, there are protocols to be followed. I don't even, like I said, I'd like to know whether it is just the stations that are named after these gentlemen or whether it is the stop. If it is the stop, then this is the first time I'm going to hear about this. If it is the stop. And I hope not, because if it is the stop, I'd like to plead with them, name the station, leave the stop, because the stop is usually identified with the neighborhood. And it's not just President Jonathan we are talking about here. What about Awolowo? The same thing. I don't think, like the Yorubas would say, like you two said, what is Domokpo Masi? I think there should be a distinction in these things, and we need to be careful what we name after who or who we name after what. if you get my pun. I think I have some WhatsApp messages here. Let me try to read them. Expand it for me. Thank you. No, there's a conspiracy going on with the machine. Hello, morning.
My Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir. Oh, this is Comrade Akpan.
It's Comrade Akpan, your
Yes.
brother. How you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Is Chief Quadri there?
Sheriff is gone.
Okay. I need to appreciate my president, His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari,
Yes.
for having showed due respect to his predecessor, no matter disparity, maybe politically or whatever. And that is why I keep on leaning on Buhari because I've never seen a president so far at this point in time where he be so humble, he mind his business. Though sometimes his quietness may be, misconstrued for something else, but I need to thank him. I need to appreciate him. I need to encourage the president to keep on doing what he's doing, not minding a lot of criticism. Some of them, let him filter it and take it. Those destructive ones, he should throw it into trash bin. I think it's a good one for recognizing his predecessor.
Okay.
So, good one.
Thank
you, sir.
Thank you. Right, let me read some. Of course, all of us know that Comrade Lakwan is very passionate about President Buhari. But please know that we are not criticizing Buhari here. What we are saying and trying to look at is the act appropriate. And the two issues we are looking at is, the first one, of course, is the most important one. Is it the stop or the station? And then the second one is, there are protocols to be followed. People shouldn't disregard that. There are protocols to be followed before you do these things. And when you're naming in a group, I mean, a former president deserves a special dispensation anywhere. That is standard all over the world. That's my own take on that. Archbishop Roberts is worried about the Kaduna killings and surprised that the world hasn't woken up to fight for us like they fought for George Floyd's death. And he says, finally on the railways, believe me, tomorrow someone else can come and change it. Well, that's it. There was a governor in the Southwest who had almost 1,000 things named after him when he was in government. Today, there's not one. Ndubisi Okoli says that everything here is all about politics. Why name train stations and stops after individuals? Do our leaders really think through policies and directives before throwing them to the public? And there's a Smile Fidelix Ibaherman. That's my brother from Edo, says, I agree with Jimi Disu on the need to... he's talking about the Lagos State laws. Sorry about that. Okay. Many thanks for the opportunity given young entrepreneurs to build their clientele on your platform. Please, Uncle Jimmy, what does Shawra mean? You not go Quayside before. Shawra means money. The program isn't complete without mentioning it. Could Shawra be the same as Raba, which is money? Of course, it's money now. That's downtown language. You know, we try as much as possible on this program to connect with everybody. We don't want to leave anybody out of the discussions that we have. It's 9:30. We are half gone. Let me quickly go to another story that I read this morning. And I don't want to talk about the Edo State. That is just plain politics. There's no point. Wasting time. Wasting your time on trying to analyze political situations. Politicians say the funny thing is that you box yourself. Supporters, you box yourself during the day. The politicians will drink beer and pepper soup together at night. So sometimes it's good to just stay in the stands and let them go in the ring and sort themselves out. Now, this headline also caught my attention this morning when I was with Sheriff. And it says, groups others fume as presidency calls protest child play and irritation. And the story says that the revolution movement and other human rights groups lashed out at the presidency for describing Wednesday's protest as a child's play and irritation. The group told the Punch that the presidency's dismissal of Revolution House protests clearly indicated that Major General Buhari was insensitive to the suffering of Nigerians. And I'm not surprised they are thinking that way. I think it was quite unfortunate to have dismissed that action. Nobody really should be using that kind of language to describe people expressing their feelings in a democracy. Even in a dictatorship, people have a right to express their opinion as long as they're doing it within the ambits of the law. And for the president's spokesman to just rubbish it by saying that is an irritation, I find that quite unfortunate. I don't like the arrogance that goes with some of these. It's just by nature of your job that you're in that kind of position. It's not right for you to rubbish people and dismiss their protests. No matter how irritating it, you have to keep up a smile. And like I said this morning, I still believe that one of the weakest links in the presidency between you and I is the information unit. If I remember, of all the ones I found most laughable was when I think it was Gabashew said that, we had to fumigate because there are rats in the presidency. Don't talk like that. For those who want to contest presidency again, Moghalu and people, a journalist might not necessarily be your best person for that kind of position. You might want to get somebody who has some PR training, information management and strategy. It's very, very vital. That function has gone beyond press releases and whatever. It's somebody who, even when his principal is going in the wrong direction, he'll be able to say to him, sir, you can't say this. Sir, you can't say that. And in some, for want of a better one, other countries, I know that function has gone bad, but that doesn't mean that we should go throw away the baby with the bathwater. The information section it needs a lot of tinkering. Look at the reason why he said. Look at this is additional reaction. He says, in a country of 200 million people, if you see a sprinkle of people saying they are doing a revolution, it was a child's play. Now we all know, or at least we think, that the revolution now is just a name to give this group, but all according to them they want to do is to give their own opinion on the way governance is headed, and it's within their rights to do. And if he says just a sprinkle of judgment, additional, I expect 200 million people of Abuja express their anger before it takes them serious. And he says that, well, it will always matter because if you say it was a revolution, revolutions by definition are quite well known. Then he now wastes time. It seems that he doesn't understand what exactly. He now wastes time and goes and talks about what a revolution is supposed to be and so on and so forth. His own explanation here is an irritation, because yes, the explanation he has given here, I will tell him, is an irritation in itself. It shows that he doesn't have a clear understanding of how these things play out. And he says that the issues we are protesting about, insecurity, corruption, poverty, and rights abuse, were not peculiar to Nigeria. Excuse me. And because they are not peculiar to Nigeria, the protests were misguided. Mr. Additional, no. You are, sorry to say, you are the one who is probably misguided in this sense. Because even if we have insecurity, corruption, poverty, rights abuse peculiar to Nigeria, it's not something we want to live with forever. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? Put up our arms and stay defeated and say this is how we are going to live for the rest of our lives? I would say no, sir. That is... So they have the right to, especially to talk about insecurity, yes, corruption, yes, poverty, yes, rights abuse, yes. And he says that President will do whatever is required to maintain peace. This is very. The argument goes on. Then somebody now says that I think he's the convener of Revolution Now Protest, Yajin Oju, in his reaction now said that, but Buhari himself protested against the administration of Goodluck Jonathan. Was it an irritation then? How many people were with him when he protested? When the likes of Gani and Bekor and some put their lives on the line for this democracy that Adesina's boss is now enjoying and other people, was it an irritation? No, I think so our lines are open. But mind your language. I take God beg you, please. We can still have this decent whatever. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
My name is Adenusi Patrick. I'm calling from Lekki.
Hey, Adenusi, how are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not. I'll give you an extra minute because I want to ask you a question. Adenusi, wait. Adenusi is a transportation expert, especially as it concerns traffic. So what's the traffic situation like now, and what exactly is the problem?
Well, the traffic situation in Lagos as a whole,
yes,
used to be chaotic. Now it has gone abnormal. But like I have always said, the principal actors in these are the motoring public.
Okay.
We are not using the roadway the way it is designed. There is no 6, 7, 8, or 10 lane roads in this country. Every road has capacity. It's either one lane in one direction, 2 lanes in the same direction, 3 lanes in the same direction. But you have 4, 5, 6 lanes created by the indisciplined road users who now converges in the front, and the flow is impeded, and it leads to serious congestions.
But don't you also think, I don't know, see, let me run this by you. We closed the third mainland bridge at different hours. Inbound to Lagos, outbound. Ironically, we've closed the inbound to Lagos on Echo Bridge right from Western Avenue. We have a problem at Costain, which is the alternative. The question is, what kind of strategic thinking produces that kind of scenario? I had said that, and I'd like you to correct me if I'm wrong. Can't we allow light traffic, for example, go on the part of the Echo Bridge that is closed? And all we need to do is put a bar across the road so that only saloon cars can go. If for anything to decongest the access to Apapa Road. I think that mono-thinking is part of the problem. We throw men and material at these things, but the thinking part is not, the thinking part is not too tidy. What do you think?
Yes, sir. The Echo Bridge, the point where the bridge had the fault,
yes,
is the highest point of that bridge.
I see.
And so if it comes down for any reason, the chances of survival is minus 200.
Wow. So it shouldn't be touched at all?
It should not be used at all. Not even pedestrians should be allowed to walk on that section until that hazard is completely...
Good. Stop there. Why would it have been possible to repair that Echo Bridge before we now go to the third mainland bridge? Would that have been possible?
Yeah, in an ideal situation, that is actually what should have happened.
Yes.
However, the extent of the deterioration on third mainland bridge
itself,
if it had also gotten to a very high point in terms of severity, the safest thing to do is to inconvenience the people and keep them alive.
Okay, I understand that, and I understand that, and I have that, and I resonate with that. But it also shows when we talk about maintenance culture, when we talk about well-rounded thinking, about coordinated planning, where you are planning A and later on wake up and plan B, but you are looking at everything as a whole. We are paying for that. We are paying that punishment now. I have some videos that shows that there's free-flowing traffic on the Honorable Commissioner for Information sent me some videos to show that there's free-flowing traffic. Can you confirm that on the third mainland bridge, inbound Lagos?
Okay.
Can you confirm that?
Well, the video could show free flow of traffic. Is it consistent? It depends on the time the video is shot.
Well, it has no date and it has no time.
The information ministry, sir. The information ministry should join transport to begin to enlighten the people how to use the road.
Yes, that's
now. For example, sir. Now coming into the island,
yes,
has no issue. That is actually the lane that is used to access Lagos Island.
Anyway, okay.
Getting out of Lagos Island is where the issue is, because they have to divert from one lane, the outward lane, into the inbound lane, and then back to the outward lane.
Wow.
There are things they ought to have done before getting to the point of diverting traffic to the other side, which they have not done. Until that is done, that punishment will continue. I mean, we have engineers, we have various experts, but like I've always said to you, sir, thoughtlessness is the beginning of great losses. The day we start thinking, we'll start seeing changes.
Okay, Mr. Adenusi. Now you can make your point. The point you originally
Okay.
called.
Well, the point I originally.
I'll give you a bonus 1 minute for your nice
Thank you, sir.
analysis. Yes.
Thank you, sir. The point I wanted to actually talk about is the issue, the response of the president's spokesman.
Yes.
I will just make one sentence. Who is more Nigerian than Nigerians? Good morning.
Oh, don't go. One more question, sir.
Yes, sir.
Adenusi. Now, the
Yes, sir.
stations that are named after these dignitaries, is it the station or the stop?
Yeah, well, you see, all over the world, sir,
Yes.
bus stops are not named after persons.
Yes.
The bus stop depicts the area where you are going.
Exactly.
If you are going to Yabak and they say it is Adenusi Patrick, when they get to Yabak, are they going to say Adenusi Patrick, Adenusi Patrick?
That's what they were saying.
It's going to be on poor reasoning. We don't do things because things are just being done. You do things that make sense. One American friend of mine said, Nigeria is a country where common sense is severely lacking.
One more question, sir. What about naming? Okay, fine. It's fair enough. You shouldn't even name stations after anybody. But what about naming it after a former president? Chief Clark believes that is an insult. I believe that, well, it was just inappropriate. What do you think?
Yeah, well, we can use the word insult. We can use the word inappropriate.
What word will you
Bottom
use?
line, idea is need here. It is not right
Yes.
to name a bus stop after a former president that is celebrated globally. It's not only insultive; it's demeaning to the nation. A major monument should be. That's what you carry his name. We have Muritala Mohammed International Airport. So we cannot have CMS bus stop as Latif Jakonde. It is insulting. It's demeaning.
Okay.
So it's not. It shouldn't be the bus stop. It should be the house. But bus stops don't have houses that are recognized as designated points for the location.
Well, I think President Jonathan is paying for the pain that he gave us, those of us who are Unilag alumni, when he wanted to name Unilag after. So it's being paid back. That's just a joke, please. Thank you very much. Just about 15. Hello, yes.
This is Ambassador Musba.
Morning, Ambassador. How are you?
After years, I don't see Patrick. I've said it all. For me, my own concern this morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Why Edwin Clark talk about the naming of the bus stop? Why can't he talk about the money that being stole for Niger Delta? I haven't seen anything about that.
No, Ambassador, no, please, no.
That's what
I had. Ambassador, I'm surprised that you're doing this because you know my feelings about things like this. I don't tolerate things like this. I do apologize on your behalf because I'm the anchor here. But please don't use the opportunity we give you on radio to come insulting people without proof. If you have any case against anybody, there are enough agencies for you to take your case to EFCC. You can even carry placards one man so that you would take the responsibility yourself. So I do apologize, and Ambassador, you embarrassed me wholly, in all honesty. Right. How many minutes more do we have? 10. Do I have any commercials I'm running? It's very important, the issue of money. Let me take a commercial break. And when I come back, I have something for my Muslim brothers and sisters. Remember that if you're a young person about the age, I think maximum would be about 25, and you're doing something now, you're doing something that is visible in terms of business, either producing things or services or whatever, I'd like to give you time on most Fridays. It might not be every Friday, 10, 15 minutes as my own contribution and our own contribution, Nigerian Info's contribution to youth development. We can't spend all our time talking about naming stations and politics, whether Obaseki has gone to PDP or this one has gone. We also need to develop our youth. And this would be the starting point. This COVID season, I'm sure, has opened people's eyes to certain realities. There is going to be a lot of job losses. You cannot even run to Europe. Some of you think that I put money together and run to Europe. It ain't going to happen because in Europe, they are sacking them in droves. Okay, and it's happening here too. So, everybody's salvation is virtually in his hands. I am glad to see a lot of initiatives coming up. People cooking food. The business that has picked up that freaks me out completely is the delivery business. Oh, it's fantastic. I asked one of them one day, how much do you make in a day? He looked around. I said, look, don't worry. I'm not going to tell the tax man or anything. Just how much do you make? He said, sir, make I tell you true. He kept looking over his shoulder. I said, talk, my friend. He said he makes between 5, 7, and 8,000 naira a day. Maybe fuel is just about 1,000. So I'm glad people are, and this is not a time to look for any there are no blue-collar jobs to be taken anymore. I must be honest with you. So this is the time for practicality. If it is shoes you can make, if it is clothes. I told you a young man made a fantastic shirt for me, and I'm going to wear it tomorrow, symbolically, just to encourage him. And maybe have him on. He probably would be my first guest next week. Very nice, well done. Because again, you have loads of people, they don't pay attention to detail. Even in those who are musicians, don't pay attention to any detail and produce any jagbajantis thing. But we would like to see what they're doing. I know another girl, young friend of mine. She's just about 21, 22. What does she do? You order things in the UK for now. She's going to expand it to the US. So you order things on a site, you get it delivered to her house. She delivers it to you here for a nominal fee. Loads of people thinking. So we'll take a short commercial break. When I come back, I have something special for my Muslim brothers and sisters. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. Daily Digest returns in a moment.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, I have just about 2-3 minutes to get out of here and hand over to Colin, so I will race through it. Now, for my Muslim brothers and sisters, are you looking for a life partner? I got this information from the Vanguard, Harun Balogun's column, and it says if you're looking for a life partner, you can call 0803-6688-535. That's the newspaper runs the service. But let me quickly tell you, a male Muslim 40 from the southwest, based in Akwa Ibom, wants a God-fearing Muslimah. A Muslimah is a female Muslim. Sound Islamic knowledge. And that one, a Muslim lady, you got to be careful there. Self-employed in Ibadan. It needs a Muslim lady between the age 28 to 30. She must be ready for marriage, preferably a graduate with Quran and Islamic knowledge. There's another gentleman, a Muslim male. He is 40. Most of them are 40. I wonder why they wait so long. I got married at the age of 30. This one is AA genotype. Civil servant, is divorced with one kid, based in Kaduna. He wants a God-fearing Muslimah for marriage. There's another one, male, no female here, sorry guys. Another one, Muslim male, 53, is employed. He's based in Lagos. He wants an hijabi sister for marriage as second wife. This man, we must carry well. Another Muslim man from Southwest, 36, AS genotype, based in Abuja, searching for Muslim lady from many parts, and so on and so forth. So this is where we're going to call it a day. I thank you all for listening. I thank MTN for providing this opportunity for us. We thank them so well. And I'd like to thank Nigeria Info for giving me the opportunity to enjoy myself for 1 hour. I've been having fun. I'll be here again tomorrow, 8 a.m. 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And the issue we're going to look at, 8 a.m. is the discourse with Jimi Disu tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. And the issue we're going to look at is it possible for us to have an otoge in Lagos? You know, because there's all kinds of rumblings are going on. I know me, I be Lagos boy, so I know what's going on. So I'm bringing Fuadoki. Okay, this is the first part. Tomorrow is the first part. The other week, I'm going to bring a die-hard supporter of you know who. He would then try to debunk what Oki said. I'd like to let's hear the two sides. Okay, so that's what we'll be doing tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Thank you very much for listening. Don't touch that dial. Don't go anywhere. Collins is coming up next. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
Leading the conversation.
We black people must understand what is really going on.
Import milk, sugar, toothpaste, handkerchief, pencil. We don't make.
Presenting the facts and access to pour out your mind.
They're more good Nigerians.